Hello and welcome back to our HIP Roman Restoration campaign. In our last episode, we got a couple more wars declared. We were able to declare on the Aztecs again after our previous truce ended with the death of our previous character, our father. So we've declared for the Duchy of Brittany here, which is their largest duchy, and also the one where the Emperor has his 2 domain holdings. So he's going to go down to 1, I think, after we finish this war, which means we might get some more revolts again. But then again, some of our vassals might just declare on him and give him the defending versus infidels opinion bonus. But either way, either of those outcomes is positive for us. Our other war is against Munster here, who has some land in England that we're going to take, which unfortunately is being sieged by somebody else right now. Let's see what that war is about, actually. Claim on Derby, so we might not actually get Derby, as it turns out, but let's go ahead and bring our army over to Munster to siege his capital. So this army is headed into the Aztec capital right now. We'll try and fight this army of 3,000 with our 16k if we can. We are not going to catch them here, but maybe in the next county. In fact, can we go directly in there? We can. My uncle will be quietly encouraged to pursue a church career. We're going to have to wait for the autosave before we can find out whether we're going to catch this army. I suspect we'll catch it. We are taking attrition here. Next to the winter, I think. So let's see, we'll just take out a few thousand. That's enough, I think. Let's make sure of it by taking out 6k. Okay, so 2 of our vassal kings fighting each other over de jure claims. That's fine, I suppose. Up to 86 against the Aztecs. In that case, maybe we'll see if we can assault something here. Oh, we can just assault it with this army right now. That's 96%. This one is a little bit beyond our range right now, though. In fact, I think... no, we do have just about enough. So we'll assault that and get this war ended right now. We'll get this army over here. We will take a little bit of attrition, maybe. Okay, we have a dangerous faction. It's independence again. So let's see. Lorraine, Burgundy, Carinthia is perhaps the most powerful vassal in there. Let's check out who is actually the most powerful in our realm at the moment. France is number 1 by a pretty wide margin, actually. And Konya, Italia, Morea. Okay, so he's a little bit down the list, but he's still pretty powerful. And we should probably try to get him out. Maghreb is not so bad. Yeah, it is Lorraine who is the main offender here, I think. We could get rid of a domain county, but I don't want to do that unless I absolutely have to. Doesn't like the female heir, that will go away if and when we have a son, which we should do at some point. We can't even afford to send him a gift. We do have honorary titles, though. We can get him 15 opinion that way. We could also request his excommunication and imprison him, but apparently that would not be granted anyway. We'll see if the title was enough. But there's 100% against the Aztecs, so we'll enforce demands. So he's moved his capital over here. He has only the single county, so if you look at his realm tree, he has 1 vassal that's 50% of his power, and others that are in the 20 to 30 to 40% range, so that is pretty good. Hopefully we'll see some revolts there. So we gained 1 county here ourselves. Is that correct? It is. We'll need to grant that to somebody. And we'll grant this somebody, turns out to be not a great character, the duchy title. And apparently we vassalized another duke. So this county, his capital, is not actually in de jure France, but the duchy that he holds, which is Limousin, is supposed to be down here, which is under France. So I don't know if we can actually transfer him. Oh, we have to go to her screen. We can transfer Limousin, okay. So we'll do that. She's gonna gain a county in Brittany, which is not technically de jure part of France, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned about it. I guess she gained this up here as well, because that was his too. Well, that's fine by me, I think. We can disband this army, which I think we will just hold off on doing. We might be able to end this war with Munster a bit quicker if we keep it raised and use it against them. We should actually check. We might be pretty close to being able to form the Kingdom of England, or Britannia, as I guess we probably call this. Yeah, we're actually only 8 piety away from having all the requirements there, so we'll do that probably as soon as we can. Gaining the prestige will also be helpful to our vassal opinion at this point, which is relevant to my interests. So he's still in the faction. And he would want 1400 gold for a gift. It's a bit too rich for my blood. We're not actually in charge of this siege, unfortunately. So we're not going to gain the occupation if it finishes, so no point in us really helping with that. It's hard being friends with someone more ambitious than yourself, and lately Romelia has been pushing me to exert my talents beyond my limits. So we can have a chance of becoming ambitious, which would be very nice. Let's take it. We're not ambitious, okay. We'll just head over to Kerry instead and siege that. So this war that he's currently in is for claim on the county of Derby, I assume? Yeah, the duchy is not called Derby, so it must be the county. So we would still get one of those counties in here from this war, even if he loses the other one. We had a son born in the purple. Oh no, he's an imbecile. And sickly. Well, that's good news. Maybe he'll die. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I mean, us inheriting is him. I am hoping that he'll die. Harsh as that is. So, taking the ambition to convert a province would give us piety, but we're already over the 200 we need to form England, so we'll probably just do that right now. Instead, I guess we'll try to develop our personal combat skills. And let's go ahead and create the Kingdom of England. And we'll probably just go ahead and grant it immediately to one of our vassals in here. Maybe our Duke of York. Unfortunately, all of these characters I think are English. I'd much prefer to grant it to a Greek character if possible. But because of the way we conquered these duchies, we were pressing the claims of English characters on them. We've ended up with all English vassals in here. I guess we could wait until we have the Imperial Reconquest CBs and put Greek characters in charge of some duchy and then grant them the title. If that's the case, we shouldn't have created it, because now all of our dukes in here are going to desire the Despotate of Britannia and have -20 opinion, but I guess they don't matter too much. They're not very powerful compared to our other vassals, but if they join factions, collectively they're worth a decent amount of strength. So I guess we could just go ahead and grant it to an English character. And I guess the Duke of York is probably just as good as anybody else. So we can't actually do this. The Despotate of Britannia is not involved in an ongoing war. Okay, well, I guess we'll just wait for whatever war that is to be over. I don't think it's this war. Can we find out what war exactly it's referring to? I guess it would have to be a war on us, because we hold the title, and the only war we're in is this one, so let's wait till we're at peace and see if that fixes it. We will decline to burn down any trade posts. See how things are going for the Aztecs. No revolts right now, but maybe we can try to kill him. Which would also end our truce. Did I just bribe somebody who was already going to join the plot there? I think I did. But that's okay. We're making pretty good money at the moment. Our cousin came of age and is a tough soldier, okay. Good for him. And a tithe is very good as well. But this war is about to be over. It's 97% in favor of Lincoln. Being a very patient person, I always try to hear others' opinions before making a decision, because every opinion is flawed. Might as well hear them all, or everyone deserves to be heard, or I'm such a great emperor. So with this one, we could potentially gain a few neutral-ish to bad traits. Everyone deserves to be heard could give us just, which would be good if we're not already just, which we are not, or kind. So I think we'll go with that one. Ambitious would be nice, but it's a fairly low chance. And we gain just, which I think increases vassal opinion by +5. Hopefully will help with our faction. Which actually is pretty dangerous now. We'll see if it goes down. After we gained that trait. Down to 106. Our vassal Queen of France is in it, which is part of the problem. Yeah, I guess we should lower her levies at some point. If we have them raised right now, which we probably do. This was them, actually, wasn't it? Yeah. We're not even using them. Mighty Ulm was converted to the Orthodox faith. And we finished a siege there. It looks like his other war has ended. Derby has gone over to Lincoln. But we can still gain this one county. Let's raise some troops just from our nearby characters. Hopefully will be enough. We'll get into his capital. Apparently we inherit a partially completed siege, even though the other war was already over, which I won't complain about. Should probably get some of our council members doing things, or at least the Grand Domestic training troops. And we definitely should be using our Chancellor to improve opinion, what with this big faction and everything. I guess France is the person we should focus on most here. I think I clicked on the river there, so it didn't register. There we go. We might need to convert some counties. I think one of our vassals conquered some land from Swabia here, which would be Catholic, most likely. And we'll have our spy master, I guess, build spy network to increase plot power against the Aztecs. Is that who we're plotting to kill? Yes. Okay then. Alright, we just lost our Chancellor. It wasn't Chancellor, it was our Steward. So we'll appoint this courtier. Yeah, I don't think we care too much about any of these dukes. Have her go and collect taxes. We need a new educator for some of these children. Okay. I think that was France's war against the Knights Templar that just ended. So they've taken a holding from them. And the Grand Master of the Knights Templar, speaking of, has provided me with proof that the Despot of Sardinia has been slandering me. That seems unlikely. He's a pretty big fan. We'll just take no action on that one. I didn't actually move this army into our county here that we need. So let's do that. We're about to finish a siege in the capital as well. We'll release all the prisoners in their dungeons and take this character. Who is the brother of... Not the Duke, okay. So probably not worth war score. Alright, we're still at 109% strength in this faction. I think once we get France out, it'll be down to a much more manageable level. So hopefully our Chancellor gets started on improving her opinion pretty quickly here. Okay, another siege up there, I think. There are rumors that certain tax collectors in my realm are disgustingly corrupt. Unfortunately, I don't have any good evidence to back this up, even after a lengthy investigation. Still, the commoners are convinced otherwise. If I don't do something, they might grow restless. But on the other hand, imprisoning the officials without cause would be problematic as well. Okay. So I don't think we can really afford to have the national revolt risk, so we kind of have to choose this one. But the good news is we have a small chance of becoming diligent as well, which would be very nice. We did not. But that's okay. So I think we're starting to lose ticking war score for not controlling any of our war goals. But we are working on it, so hopefully it won't take too much longer. And then once we're out of this war, we'll see if we can actually grant the Despotate of Britannia. Also about to finish another siege over here. After which we'll take prisoners. Italy is at war with somebody over here. Oh, a civil war, I see. Nothing we really need to worry about. Let's see if our vassal is actually going to conquer Cornwall. 14% in his favour. The Earl of Holland, though, is also fighting the same war and is ahead in war score, so he's probably going to win first. Okay, somebody's usurping something. And our host invasion has arrived, which I'd kind of forgotten about. Let's see how strong he is. 28,000, not a big deal. Is this a claim on the entire empire? I assume it is. Yep, so he could be showing up anywhere. Let's see where he is right now. Up here somewhere, okay. So we'll wait for him to actually enter the empire somewhere, and then we'll raise troops accordingly to deal with him. But we are just about out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here for now. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.